And when you enlarge things too.
Trade? I'd rather trade.
Fix that and I'll put this. You want the bag again?
I always have everything is nothing all on them. I didn't know when to say I don't have my cell phone.
Take pictures, you can just keep flashing as you're going too.
You know the other place where they say, if anyone is here, can you give us a sign? I just did that, and I saw something. Like what? Glass or something? I saw black, like moving with the water going right. Oh, I think I saw that too. I didn't get it one time. Then it stopped, and then I said it again, and it started going like this again. And that's the rainbow. Mama, hello. I was freaked out. I was like, and then I like got closer, and I said, may you do something, and then it just kept going.
If you have a night vision on your camera, don't use the flash if you're going to, and put your camera up close to the glass, and you might be able to get through the glass. Is that what you recommend?
Yeah. Yep. Use the night vision settings.
Put the glass off. I did that.
I don't have it on this one.
Into the
I
old
don't have
part
the
of
night
the
vision on
theater.
that one. But normally if you put the lens right up to the glass too, you can get in there.
You don't get that reflection.
Yeah, you don't get the reflection.
I accidentally did that back there because a whole bunch of people was like looking inside. I didn't have the lens straight up there. I had it like a few inches behind, and I was like, yeah. At first I thought, man, why would this girl be that close to me?
Move on down and cross the border. When we get across the street, you'll have an excellent view of the front of the theater as well as the roof line.
I always try to keep it on me.
Now came down to us and asked us if we would investigate her basement. This may be a job for you. We explained we're not Ghostbusters, we're not taps, we don't have the equipment to do that kind of thing, but what are you experiencing? She said three things. First of all, she just hates going down there. But she said that she hears noises down there all the time that sounds like people moving around. She hears what sounds like machinery going on downstairs. And the third thing that was scaring her the most, she hears what sounds like a dog panting. So we did investigating on the building. Apparently this started after our family left here and they did the reconstruction. It a lot of times stirs things up. And apparently did on this one. And so we did go down and check out the basement. And Fred said it was like an old movie, a scary movie set that you open the old door to the basement, it creaked, and you go down the steps and they creak. Said you got down there, the electricity was off here just with flashlights and all the cobwebs and spider webs. Said, but when he got down there, it was so strange. Said the layout of the rooms was in no symmetry. And some of the rooms looked like they were maybe 3 foot by 6 or 3 by 8. Some of them looked like they had bars maybe over the doorways at some time. Now this was never a jail. On investigating the history of the building, when it was first built, it was a low-grade hotel. It was a brothel. It had mob connections. We had a wild little town here all the way through the 1930s, but the 1800s through the 30s was a wild little river town. And so we had the mob connections in there. He said that he went over to a long concrete area that looked like a bench that had a wooden board over it. He said he opened the board and it was solid concrete. There was a cross down in the middle, like maybe it had been dog fights, maybe sacrifices. There's some bad things that happened in this building just by the input that we've gotten from people. We also found out that it had ties to the Ku Klux Klan. This was heavy Klan area down in these lower counties. and there was an underground newspaper being printed in this basement called The Menace. And when it was here, it was in against Catholics moving into our area. We were also very Protestant. And the first Catholic church is this white building over beside us here with the light on. And so the Klan was very concerned about the Catholics and the Irish coming in. And we had a lot of Irish and Scottish descent and good moonshine, boy. We were famous for that, but a lot of our people from the Appalachians came in to settle the Ozarks. But a rough bunch. So there's the machinery sound. Now the dog panning, we found out that in the early 1960s, a lady named Sally Keller was shot and killed right here off this back deck. Sally was in a love triangle. It was her boyfriend and his new girlfriend that murdered her. They took the body, chopped it up, and put it in dumpsters all over the county, including one of the music shows out here on the strip. And it was just quite an event for our little town of Branson. But we actually had Sally Keller's sister on our tour when we first opened here in town, and she gave us the missing link about the third thing. She said Sally used to bring her dog to work with her all the time. One of our other guides actually has heard the dog panting. He said it was like on his, like that, was on his shoulder and going, totally freaked him out. Yeah. It's pretty nasty wet down there right now, but you might want to try it. I've had people that swear that if you go down and put your hand on this door, that it feels like someone is pushing back at you. Night before last, we heard noises on the other side. Now I guarantee you this shop owner is not going in this basement. She finally put a pan of dry dog food down there to keep the dog spirit, but she will not go down there. And so there's no one in that store at night. Now for pictures, we have all week, we have actually gotten a black shadow figure here on this window. Several people have seen it, and we've seen several pictures of it. We also get red orbs back in this direction.
Back in this direction?
This direction up here.
Okay.
And if she's open tomorrow, that would be a dynamite place for you to
go
into.
I'll check that out, yeah. I got all my equipment. I brought it. We stayed at Lutt Mansion, so put the night there.
Well, we definitely want you to come back and report to us.
Oh, no problem.
You know this? Oh! I keep missing it. I know, I kept staring at you, and I'm like, I want to ask you, because I know I've seen you on TV.
Yep. So like I said, we started out up in South Bend, beginning of the week. We just ghost hunted the whole way down here, went through Springfield, did a night at Lutt Mansion and all that.
Yeah.
So we brought all our equipment and stuff and doing that.
Oh. All right, we're going to move on around the corner.
Right, I told you. My glass off. And there's like no one in there, just me. I thought that there's knocking on the door, so there's knocking.
That's what I heard the night before last night. I had girls down there that swore somebody was knocking on the other side of the door.
Knocking like.
Whoa. And then we heard what sounded like a pipe drop too.
I know. That happened. Both happened at the same time.
I had people hanging out in the parking lot.
On the door.
There was a knocking. There was something being dropped
Before, like, I feel
sound behind the door.
You can
feel the difference between the walls. One was like soft and you push it in, and the other one was just so hard.
Our next story that happened in this alley was in those wild days of Branson. It was an abusive situation. We had a young family that lived in the room up here in this building, and it was the Momsby family. And Lori Mae Momsby, and her husband, and they had a 6-month-old baby girl. And the ghost, the full-figured ghost that's been seen over the decades walking right through here up and down this alley is of a young woman, long brown hair, long skirt. The descriptions as we've heard them is that either she's looking from side to side like she's looking for something, or she's carrying a bundle that looks like a small child. Now what happened is Mr. Momsby was down at one of the town gambling houses. He had been drinking heavily. He came home drunk and mad. He had lost all of his money. He started taking it out on Lori Mae. He thought she had some money hidden away there in the room. He demanded that she give it to him. She refused. He started threatening her.